Welcome to the next episode of the GSXR Kart build. So today I'm going to be actually cracking on with this and finishing off around the back end. I need to build the chain, get my brakes all working and remount my rear spoiler. And the rear spoiler is really important because it houses all of the indicators and lights. And the reason I'm saying that, if you aren't familiar with the Anarchy karts, these are Europe's first road legal go-karts. And then on the previous episode I decided to start putting a GSXR 600 engine onto my road legal go-kart, which it doesn't need it, but we're going to be doing it anyway. So let's get cracking around the back so we can get out on the road. Okay, so last night I stayed up and I've extended all of the wiring loom. Now for the hand controls and the tacho, which needed to go up the front, because obviously where the tank is, that is normally where all the gauges and your handlebars are, I've had to add in 60 centimeters to the main wiring harness. This is to enable all the wiring to go to the front and my hand controls. So I'm attaching those onto the steering wheel now, and then I'll be able to fire it up again and it'll be much more usable. Okay, so where I'm at the moment is all my hand controls are now mounted on the steering wheel, and also my tacho is on the steering wheel as well. Now I don't know if the tacho is going to stay there, and the tacho is cable tied onto the steering wheel at the moment. The reason for that though is things might move, and until I've tested it and see if everything works, see if it is visually right there for me, I don't know if it's going to be its permanent location. So a lot of this I will kind of cable tie in place, maybe move later before I make brackets and weld things in. Great example of this is actually the key, or the ignition key, which I've mounted just down here. So me at the minute, this isn't a great location. It's cable tied on, it's secure, but it might move. And as well, I don't want to start making brackets and weld things on for something like that until I know it is the right location for this setup. So great example of it is there. I've got a few more wires and stuff to cable tie and kind of mount in place, so nothing's going to be flapping around. Then I'm going to move on to the gear selector, and hopefully I can take this out for this first ride. Made a shifter on this already, but the motion of it wasn't very nice. It didn't work very well, so I've completely taken it all off and I'm going to start again. Now what I've got this time are rose joints. So before it felt very clunky and it wasn't a nice feel. I didn't feel comfortable actually taking it out with how it was, so I've managed to get these rose joints. Rose joints have kind of got like a ball bearing bit, like a fish eye in the center of it, and then you can screw it in. So what it'll mean is it'll give it that motion and it'll give it that rock. So when the shifter's there, I'm hoping I'll be able to knock it forward and backwards into gear. I'm going to try and get it as far forwards as I can as well, because before it was a little bit far back. So by bringing it forward, I'm hoping it'll be more comfortable. But yeah, these rose joints I think are going to be the key.
I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last. Got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date.
Okay, so I think that is the selector actually fitted. I'm going to jump in now and actually see if it works or not. Try and have a little row through the gears for the first time. But yeah, I've bolted up the second rose joint on here. So I've got a rose joint at the top, one here, and then the original one at the back. So hopefully now that'll be it. Right, here we go. Not actually liking that movement there. Don't know what I can do to fix that though, because it's twisting actually on the rose joint here. Yeah, so a little bit more playing, but that's a million times better than it was. You can actually feel the motion of it now, and I can get in and out a lot better as well. So yeah, good step forwards. Okay, so I think that's all of the work now for the gear shift. It's going through the gears just like I intended it to, because a lot of the gears is about feel for this. This has kind of worked and been designed 3 or 4 times, and it's me being really picky over it, but when you're out on the road, I want this to feel just right, not close to it, absolutely perfect. So I'm going to start with the chain. Now the chain, I'm actually going to use in the original GSXR 600 motorbike chain. The reason being is there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and it's going to need shortening anyway. So if I was to buy a new chain, I've got to cut it up anyway. So the rear cog that I've actually mounted on the axle here is the original GSXR 600 rear cog. Now it is going to have vastly different gearing on this, and that is because of the 6-inch wheels and tyres that I'm going to be using. But this just seems like the most sensible option to start from there. If I've got to change cog sizes afterwards, I can deal with that then. But yeah, let's measure it up, cut the chain, and then I'm going to use a soft link to join it back together.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Okay, so I think that is enough jobs buttoned up now. It has been a real full-on day today of all those little fiddly jobs that just, you're thinking they're going to take 5 minutes and they just don't. So now I've got all the wires and everything secured on the other side. The battery mount I've also welded on the other side as well, so the battery is now actually down on the chassis, or the plate is, and then the battery's strapped in, so that's all done. There's a couple of little plugs that I still need to secure, but they're okay for now. What I want to do, because I've never done it before with this, is run it up, put it into gear, and try my little clutch on the front here. And it may seem a very little thing, but this thing has never moved with this engine, so this is the first time for it. So let's get it fired up and warm it up.
I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Okay, so I've just had the sensor to bits, and yeah, I found a broken part in there. It's no longer rattling, which is great. So I'm going to pop this back on and see how we get on. powered road legal go-kart. Oh my god. Can't even believe I'm saying those words, and I'm like, my heart is racing from driving this thing. It is so tricky to drive, it is unbelievable. And going out in the rain was probably the stupidest thing ever, but because I hadn't connected my lights up, I wanted to get out before it went dark, and I was just excited, so meh. But what makes it so hard to drive is because I'm trying to steer with one hand and trying to do the clutch with my other hand, and it is very tricky. Obviously, it's going to be a very different environment when it isn't raining, and I'm not in a rush and kind of panicky because it's new. But I'm going to try and get used to it. If I can't get used to it, I will move the clutch. But for now, yeah, that is a GSXR powered road legal go-kart.